What's up, guys? It is John from Side Hustle Experiment. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I've done over $1 million in sales on Amazon since I started, and I have this channel to document my journey and teach you how you can make money selling on Amazon as well. So if you're into that, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. I do my best to help you out. Today's video, we are going to talk about how I was able to spend $10,000 in a single day. This is the most money I've ever spent. Kind of a little, like, not nervous, but it just feels weird to spend that much money in a single day. The last time I felt this nervous, I had my best month ever in sales and profit the following, couple weeks. So fingers crossed that happened again. I'm going to break down exactly how this was possible to do and kind of what I've learned from past experiences and kind of almost, this is how I did it. So let's just get into it. So before I get into this at all, I'm not suggesting that you spend $10,000 in a day or anything like that. This is just what I did today or my experience. And so I didn't just, so many people are probably thinking in their head right now, oh yeah, right, you just went to a couple websites and you just spent $10,000. And the answer is kind of, but not really. So what happened? So basically, someone actually alerted me of a sale that was going to be happening at a certain day. And I was like, okay, wow, I've never even heard of them doing this sale. This is kind of crazy. So for the 2 days before the sale, I basically pretended that all the stuff was at the prices that they were going to be once the sale happened. Made a list. I used SellerAmp. It connects to Google Sheets if you want a free trial, link down below. So I had about, maybe 20-ish products, or maybe 20 or 30 products that I wanted. And I knew that I've never really seen these products available before. Because I've never really been this early to a sale. Usually I don't do a very good job. I literally was like, oh, there's a sale today. I go to the website and start trying to figure it out. I don't really plan ahead that much, which I should. So this case, I had about 2 days to plan, which was super helpful. So not only did I have that list, but I knew that these things were going to sell out pretty quickly just because I've never seen them before and I just kind of know the category. So I was just like, okay, no problem. I'm going to figure out when the sale actually starts and be almost like one of the first shoppers, which I did. So I woke up really early. Or actually I stayed up late. I stayed up to about midnight-ish, and the sale started, and then I just started ordering what I wanted. Full disclosure, I loaded the cart before. So a lot of sites allow you to do this, where you could just load your cart and then just keep it in the cart. The reason I did that is because I knew I'd be super tired. I normally get up at 5 in the morning. And yeah, so I was just like, okay, if I preload the cart, I'll just check it out. So I ended up checking it out at 1 in the morning. Once everything got situated, and I did another checkout, I was able to spend, I think, $2,000 or $3,000. So I just went for the stuff that I knew was going to be hard to get. I didn't want to, I have other stuff on the list, but it's just not something you want to do. Probably most likely spend $10,000 at 1 in the morning, just for credit card purposes and site cancellations and stuff like that, especially if that's not what you're normally doing. So I did that, went to bed, woke up around 5:30, actually 6:30, slept a little later, and then kind of proceeded with the other stuff I had on the list. But before I went through the rest of the list, I went to the site, and I suggest people do this, and just kind of browsed around just to say, you know, hey, like what else is on sale? Let me make sure that, you know, there aren't other things that I already know are profitable that are on sale, because maybe I'd rather buy those instead of some of the other stuff I had on my list. Sure enough, stuff I've bought in the past was on sale, and I was like, okay, this is awesome. So I went back. So one of the things I do is I have a spreadsheet of everything I've ever bought. It has the store, the link, what I paid for it, some other metrics. There's a spreadsheet down below what I use to track my all the stuff. Basically, it's like a copy of that sheet. I just put the new ASINs on that sheet once I buy something new. So it was real easy. I'm like, okay, this is on sale. I just did Control F, find it in the Google Sheet, pulled it up in Inventory Labs, saw, hey, did I make profit on this? Was it profitable? Did I get a lot of returns? Then I'd pull up Amazon Seller Central, look up the SKU, see, you know, whether or not, how quickly it sold. And basically I made a decision based on that. And it was super helpful because like, I already know, like I was going on my sales numbers. Like it wasn't a Keep It chart. Well, I did go on Keep It to make sure it was still like stable and all that good stuff. But for the most part, I was like, well, the last time I bought, let's just say 20, I sold all 20 within a week. This time around, if the Keep It chart still looks good, I'm gonna buy 40 or maybe 50 if it looks really, really good. And just based on the fact that, you know, you just gotta trust the system, the processes. Once you've been able to see a Keep It chart, once you've kind of like bought at the beginning of the year and now you're getting towards the end of the year, and you have a good idea of like, no matter what the Keep It chart looks like, obviously if it's super down, that's not good. But if it stays pretty much the same, like so little ups, little down, but pretty much the average 90-day price or 180-day price is about the same, and the price basically only goes down when the sellers fluctuate, I'm all for that. So yeah, I went through there, picked up a lot of stuff I've sold in the past. There definitely was some stuff that I have bought that either got returned or the price tanked really bad. So I didn't buy that. And that's another important factor, like having the data, having Inventory Labs, taking the extra step to like look it up. It's a pain in the ass, but you know, it's like, ooh man, like that had like 5 returns. I bought only 10 of them. Yeah, that obviously the picture changed. Maybe I just bought the wrong who knows, but like I stay away from that. So that was super helpful. And what else? So yeah, having a list before you, basically searching the sale before it happens is huge. Another thing I did to get a huge advantage is I bought some discounted gift cards. You could buy these on sites like Cards Cash. Rakuten has a gift card site. I think it's Rakuten/gift cards. Instead of like discounted gift cards, they give you cash back on gift cards. So if you bought like $100, let's just say they're giving 5% cash back on like Target gift cards, or that's not a good example. I don't know, whatever, Macy's, let's just say Macy's, they're giving 5% back. If you got $100 gift card, Rakuten would basically like deposit $5 into your Rakuten account, and you could use that as a discount. So I'm sorry, yeah, 5%. So you could shop at 5% because Rakuten is giving you that money right away. So it's not like, oh, they may not pay it out. You're definitely getting it. So I had that in mind, and I also I also used the sale creatively as well. I will get into this in another video, but there are definitely ways where you could leverage things that you're buying on the site. For example, I will give a good example with Target. So sometimes Target will do, I don't know, buy $50 worth of beauty products and will give you a $10 gift card in exchange. So what I tend to do is I will take those, buy $50 worth of beauty products, check it out, and then I'll get a $10 gift card. But what I do with the buy cost is I say that $50 worth of stuff only cost me $40, because now I have a $10 gift card that I could use towards something else. And basically I will stack those gift cards and then buy something else at like a buy cost of $0. So when most people are just looking at it like $50 worth of goods on sale at Target and you get a discount gift card, some people just look as the gift card as a bonus, which I've done in the past. You could definitely do that, and if it's profitable, why not? But you could also, do that. You could pretend that the 50 cost you 40, and then even if you could stack like a discounted gift card on top of that as well, you're saving even more money. So sometimes it's really just about getting like super creative with how you are stacking discounts. A site like Michael's Crafts, I think I don't even know how they calculate it, but they kind of have like a cash back component. So you get like Michael's bucks, I think they're called. So for every X amount of dollars you spend, you're getting Michael's bucks. I usually don't calculate that in, but if it was a lot, like if they were doing like 10% or something, yeah, I might consider figuring that in, just because that's something that like hits your account. You could like count on it. But for some sites that I'm not familiar with, I don't bank on that. But if I'm familiar with the site and haven't had any issues in the past, sometimes I will calculate that into the buy cost. I never calculate the cash back into the buy cost, no matter how much it is, because that's not always guaranteed. So yeah, that's kind of what I did today. So basically the gist is I prepared 2 days for this. So it's not like I just sat down at the computer and was like, oh, I'm just gonna go to these websites and just spend $10,000. It was like, no, it was very strategic. I looked at what I was buying. When you're gonna spend $10,000, like you want to triple check like what you're buying, make sure like it's good shit. Like you don't want to be just spending $10,000 to spend $10,000. You want to be fairly confident with it. Even though I had it on the sheet, even when I was adding to the cart, I was still looking at it on Amazon again, just to triple check, just to make sure that it was good. So plan before. 2, keep really good records, knowing that everything that I have buying, anytime I go to a store that has a big sale, I sort my spreadsheet by the store, and it's like, okay, here's all the stuff I've ever bought from the store. Is this stuff on sale again? Is it profitable? Can I leverage, some whatever they're doing for the sale? Are there gift cards I could use? So that's another one. 3, just getting creative and using whatever you can to drive that buy cost down. Just make sure you write down how you got to your buy cost. I have definitely not written this down before and are like, how the hell did I get to this price? Obviously, usually I'm able to figure it out, but it's just always good for next time too, because sometimes you'll come across something and you'll be like, wow, this is not profitable. Like, why is that? And it's because you don't know how you got to that price. So it will definitely help you in the end. And yeah, just always be on the lookout for stuff like this. And yeah, always be looking for sales. A lot of the time sales are announced before they happen, all the time. If you go into Google right now and type in Walmart Black Friday sales, stuff is going to come up with what they are going to have on sale. Definitely. Maybe that could give you some hints on brands or categories. It never hurts to source and pretend that like it's going to be a price. So let's say like Walmart said they're going to have, I don't know, a bunch of Sony electronics on sale. Well, maybe they said they're going to have like 3 or 4 electronics. Maybe pretend all of them are 20% off. And if they're not, they're not. But if they are, now you're ready to go. While someone who's just coming to Walmart has to figure out what to buy, you already have a list, you're ready to go. So that's how I spent $10,000 in about I guess total time would be like 10 hours or whatever, just to get everything checked out, look at new stuff. But yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I hope you found it helpful. Please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. It means a ton to me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.